Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Riley, aka Riley the Great. Back to you guys again, another video. Along with my boy Ray. We had to revisit this whole thing about Abba and Preach, man. Especially since my boy Kevin Samuels then chimed in a bit. Now, man, Kevin kept it kosher. He kept it cool or whatever, but we had to discuss this one, man.
Yeah.
He had an episode last night. Well, he didn't call out any names, man, but it was called something along the lines of dropping dimes. And clearly, if you could read between the lines, you can see exactly what he was talking about, you know, and who he was talking about. It got to the point where Abba and Preach, they actually commented on his video saying, well said. So you can see what side he was on when sitting there listening to him. I'm talking about like an hour into it. You already knew where he was going with it. So he was saying, you know, this entire time he said, I'm dropping dimes, man. So he was using that as a means to discuss a code that men should live by. And the code in which he was speaking on was complete opposite of the code that the guys at Fresh and Fit would try to get you young men to live by. So I encourage everybody to go watch that video, man. And like he said, he was dropping dimes, and by him saying he was dropping dimes, he's basically using that as a means to discuss four critical components of any, not only high value man, but just a good man altogether. Overall, just a good man in general. Yeah. And the first thing he talked about was discipline. Second thing was integrity. Third was morals, and the fourth was ethics. Dime. That was a theme. You can't argue with that. And if anybody had any sense and actually watched some of the content that those guys at that podcast produce, they don't talk about these principles too much. I think those guys have just ethered themselves, man. I think after that emotional response to Abba and Preach's video and speaking on that man's wife,
that was super emotional. On the surface of things, like it didn't seem like they were doing anything wrong. They just revisited, you know what I'm saying, the episode that they were on, and kind of broke some things down and kept it a buck. They didn't try to hide it or anything like that. Obviously, they published the episode. Yeah, he could have just used one of those values and called that man on the phone.
Abba and Preach's content deals primarily with reactions and critiquing certain videos. And what better video to critique than the one that you actually participated in? You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. Yeah. And so they weren't attacking Fresh and Fit. Right. They were attacking their ideals. You and I, man, we've known each other for a minute. We didn't mess with, our fair share of chicks around this motherfucker. Right. Has there been any time in our lives, fam, that you heard any nigga, whether he was drunk or not, talking about, I want a bitch soul?
What?
Dudes are different. Like it's an epidemic of softness. Everybody is putting on a facade. That's what it is. Everybody is putting on a face, especially with social media being so prevalent right now. Everybody's putting on a face. They want you to see a certain side of them, but deep down inside, they bitch made, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
soft as new towels.
Bro, them boys soft as cottonelle tissue, fam. Like,
that's crazy.
And you can only hide that shit for so long, bro, until somebody then peep game on what you got going on, man. And like I said, man, this is my, cause I'm addressing it again because they didn't. The new videos have come up saying that Walter has bought a gun and shit after he enchanted somebody in the box or whatever. So it's just like, man, this shit is, it's getting ridiculous. And then my boy Kevin Samuels had to chime in on it. So I had to revisit it again. This might be my last time revisiting this whole Abba and Preach thing, Abba preaching Fresh and Fit, because what's done is done. I mean, the damage has already been done to them boys, man. Like my boy Jay say, you say, tough man disappear and that bitch come out, and that bitch showing.
I want your soul. I thought it was deeper than that, Steve. I'm gonna be honest. The way he talked about that man's wife, I was like, okay.
No, it wasn't deeper than that. Like I said, they they say they don't pay for pussy, and you do lead with money to a degree. Some people, I mean, people that have money, yeah, you lead with money, bro. Come on, you can't, like, if you pull up in a Lambo or something like that, you leading with money off muscle right there, like, 'cause everybody see that,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, you paying in some way, shape, or fashion. That's what Abba and them was saying. Either paying with time, you paying with attention, you paying with money. You paying in some way to get this woman in the bed, regardless.
Every single time.
So. But that concludes my thoughts, man. Y'all comment, like, subscribe, man. Tell me what you think. Hey, this is Riley the Great and my boy Ray Matthews. Holla at us. Peace.
Deuces.